You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, and your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And
Nicole Murphy has always been the kind of woman who minds her business and stays far away from drama. But when it comes to Lisa Raye McCoy, things have always been different. Nicole seems to have her number. Their fallout began when Lisa Raye openly accused Nicole of being the third party in her marriage to Michael Missick, despite them once being close friends. Lisa Raye didn't hold back, calling Nicole a homewrecker and claiming she was always out allegedly chasing married men. But child, Nicole doesn't have time for the nonsense or the name-calling. And if Lisa Raye thought things were bad back then, she's now facing something even worse. Behind the scenes, the tension reportedly escalated to the point where Nicole was allegedly snooping around Lisa Raye's new man just to get back at her for the things she said. At this point, can these two ever be friends again? There's simply too much drama and bad blood between them to see eye to eye. Let's not forget, when it came to the public dragging, Lisa Raye was the one who started it. Remember when she called Nicole out over Antoine Fuqua? Nicole got caught locking lips with Fuqua, who happens to be actress Lela Rochon's husband, while they were both on vacation. That scandal turned into a full-blown PR nightmare for Nicole, as people accused her of trying to destroy Antoine and Lela's marriage just to have him to herself. But when Lisa Raye started spilling more tea, things hit a whole new level. She even said, when you're a grown woman, handle it like one. Let's sit face to face and talk it out. According to Lisa Raye, she and Nicole did meet about 6 months after the alleged affair and had what seemed like a calm, grown woman conversation. Nicole told her, "We're two older women who still look good and work in the business. I hate this." And Lisa Raye agreed, saying she hated the tension between them two. Even back when Nicole was engaged to Michael Strahan, things didn't go smoothly. Word has it that Lisa Raye allegedly sent him proof of Nicole's questionable behavior enough to make Strahan call off their wedding plans before the two eventually went their separate ways.
Thing is this, when you're a woman and you're grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
this was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, you know?
Okay.
And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Right. Relax.
And we had a good conversation, because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. You know, we should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
Lela and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, Prosh, you're not talking about it all the time. That's that friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Lela Rochon's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
When Lisa Raye was asked why she kept her foot on Nicole's neck like that, she didn't hesitate to explain. According to Lisa Raye, Nicole had an affair with her then-husband, Michael Missick, while they were still married. But it wasn't just the betrayal itself that cut deep, it was the fact that Lisa Raye had trusted Nicole as a friend. What truly made her bitter was realizing that someone she considered close had turned around and hurt her in the worst possible way.
True, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing, we've all done something that we regret, we've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years, that's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you gotta look up, and your person that you invite into your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you gotta look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane, because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rolled on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
no, I don't know, but meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. The manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, And then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him. And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
It was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane, and she gets out and he gets out, and I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm going to leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm going to whoop your ass. Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
And here's the kicker. Lisa Raye admitted that while she and Nicole could never be friends again, she doesn't want any bad blood or tension between them, especially since they move in the same circles. But word on the street is that Nicole isn't buying it. She was allegedly upset that Lisa Raye came out talking publicly about her, then tried to play the role of the peacemaker afterward.
It may be social media. No, social media took on a mountain of its own. And like I said, no, listen, it said I broke up somebody's marriage, which is absolutely false. I never did that. There was a statement released by that ex-husband saying it's false. And no,
you're talking about when Lisa Raye got involved and said you slept with her husband.
Yes, and it's not true.
No, she talked real breezy on social media.
I know, it's not true. First of all, her husband released a statement.
That was the Turks and Caicos king.
Yes, saying it's not true.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody focused on that issue. No one, they just focused on
the bed with Roxy, so
it had nothing to do with me.
I'm just saying.
And if Lisa Raye thought Nicole getting with Michael Missick was betrayal, what came next completely ended any chance of reconciliation. Around 2011, rumors started swirling that Lisa Raye was romantically involved with Pastor Noel Jones. As soon as those whispers began, Lisa Raye quickly shut them down, insisting there was nothing going on, that Noel was simply her spiritual guide and friend. But Pastor Jones didn't rush to clear the air the same way. He let the rumors linger, even entertaining the storyline on his reality show Preachers of LA, where they toyed with the idea of Lisa Raye becoming a pastor's wife and whether their worlds could ever align. It wasn't until much later that Noel finally clarified they weren't a couple. Still, word on the street said otherwise, that the two had been seeing each other for a while and were getting serious, until someone else stepped in. And according to insiders, that someone was none other than Nicole Murphy. Now, take it with a grain of salt because nothing's been officially confirmed, but sources claim that when Nicole heard Lisa Raye was getting close to a man she knew, she came swinging, determined to hit Lisa Raye right where it hurt. And apparently, Nicole didn't feel bad about it either. In her mind, if Lisa Raye could mess with her relationship, then Lisa Raye's new romance was fair game too. But after seeing the way Nicole moved, the internet wasn't siding with her. Most people felt she should have let things go once Lisa Raye stopped talking about her.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment, it's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. They gotta have some help, and women like you are that type of...
One commenter said, Nicole Murphy is way too gorgeous to be as diabolical as she is. Sleeping with your friend's husband is just lowbrow. Another added, I don't get how Nicole could end her marriage to Eddie after being cheated on, only to turn around and have affairs with her friends' husbands. It's like she cares more about being seen as hot and desirable than about her friendships with Lisa Raye or Leela. But what do you guys think? Was Nicole Murphy justified in getting her lick back, or should she have just left Lisa Raye alone? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity tea. I'll see you in the next video.